Deming, New Mexico, January 1982. In the stillness of the desert east of Deming, a dark secret lay buried hundreds of feet below the surface. At the bottom of an abandoned mine shaft rested the body of Ralph F. Pierro, a 63-year-old man whose life had unraveled in the shadow of divorce, custody battles, and betrayal. Ralph had once shared a home with his wife, Wanda Pierro, and their 3 young children. But by the end of 1981, that life had splintered. Wanda had left Ralph and moved in with her new partner, Bernie Smith, taking her older children, including Steve and Danny Watkins, from a previous marriage. In late January, a judge awarded Ralph custody of the couple's 3 youngest children. The tension boiled over the following night when 2 of the boys ran away and ended up with their mother. By morning, Ralph's daughter had been returned, but Ralph had vanished. He would not be seen alive again. Days later, searchers discovered his body deep in the dark of an abandoned shaft. He had suffered blunt force trauma to the head. Authorities learned that Bernie Smith and Steve Watkins had wrapped the body in bedding, driven it to the desert, and dumped it. Then they took Ralph's truck across the border into Mexico, where it was stripped and abandoned. The cover-up might have worked, if not for conflicting stories. Wanda told police Ralph had left town. Bernie claimed Ralph had made long-distance calls from elsewhere. But detectives weren't buying it. In October 1982, after a months-long manhunt, Bernie and Wanda were arrested in Hope, Alaska, as far from the heat of New Mexico as one could go. Both were brought back to Luna County to stand trial. Wanda was tried first. Her version of events pointed the finger at Bernie. She claimed he had killed Ralph and made her help cover it up. The jury convicted her, not of murder, but involuntary manslaughter. Then it was Bernie's turn. In his 1983 trial, a key witness emerged, Wanda's son, Danny Watkins, who testified that Bernie had confessed to killing Ralph. The jury believed him. Bernie was convicted of first-degree murder, conspiracy, and tampering with evidence. He was sentenced to life in prison. But the story didn't end there. In a twist straight out of a courtroom drama, Wanda, months after both trials had ended, came forward with a shocking confession. In a notarized affidavit, she claimed that she alone had killed Ralph. She said he had tried to rape her that night, and in a panic, she pushed him. He fell, hit his head, and died. She said she had lied at Bernie's trial out of guilt and confusion, especially after her son Steve was killed in an unrelated FBI shootout. Bernie's lawyers filed for a new trial, armed with Wanda's confession. But the court didn't budge. The affidavit, they said, was full of contradictions and impossible to verify. Bernie's conviction was upheld. He would remain in prison, his life forever tied to a tangled web of love, lies, and death in the desert.